So hey, welcome back to the 10-10 movement. You're here with myself, Tony V, and today we are on episode 10, the very final episode of Saving Planet Earth. Now, as I've said in some of the other videos in this series, planet Earth itself is going to survive come what may. We're in danger of having happen is human life is potentially driving towards a brick wall, and it's taking much of the rest of the flora and fauna of the planet with it, and we're very likely at some point in the not too distant future, maybe not your grandchildren, maybe your great-grandchildren are going to be the ones left going to hit that wall, and we could be facing some serious challenges. Actually, they're happening right now, but it's going to get worse unless something gives. Now, of course, governments and, the UN and all that sort of stuff are all working away on climate change and all stuff like that. And you might ask me, so what can I do that would indeed make a difference? Now, of course, we do stuff like recycling our rubbish and all of that sort of stuff, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is what could we do as an individual that if we did it collectively, in other words, enough humans did it collectively, including your good self, that actually we could steer the human race away from driving into that brick wall. So why do I say that, and why am I so confident that I'm right? See, one of the challenges is that basically the way we think as an individual, and then as we think collectively, and maybe you're doing this as well, is that we think in a way that's got like a negative edge to it, which takes the human energy into a bit of a low ebb. Now, I often say to people, on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being your energy is like absolutely amazing, and 0 is your energy is like, whoa, that's not good at all. What number would you give yourself? Now, I can tell you now, the average number is between 5 and 6. So the gap between 5 and 6 and 10 is huge. And would you believe that only 4% of people on the planet live anywhere near a 10 out of 10? 96% of all humans are living about halfway. So let's just take COVID. I often say to people, look, since COVID started, has the energy of the population of the planet gone up? Has it stayed the same, or has it gone down? I'm yet to meet anyone that said it's gone up or stayed the same. They've all said it's gone down. So the human energy en masse is spiraled down. And what that means is that we live in an element of fear. A fear of the future, the fear of the unknown. We live in uncertainty we're not coping with. And this makes us make decisions that have got a negative edge. So in a sense, what we need to do is we need to find a way to fill that gap between half happy, as I sometimes call it, and understanding what it takes for us to live life nearer a 10 out of 10. So please do go back and watch some of the other videos in the series, but today I'm going to share one big thing that you can do that could potentially turn everything around. So I'm going to recommend you a guy I've got to know really well. His name is Michael Wolff, and he wrote a great book which is sort of about taking us from a place of fear to a place of love. So from a 5 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. So I'm going to pop that up on the screen, and I'm also going to pop up on the screen how you can connect with Michael. Now, what I recommend is that you read his book. It's absolutely brilliant. So read that book. I'm going to give you the link. It's completely free of charge. From me, it's free of charge. And I want you to just read that book and go, right, what am I learning about me by reading this book? And what you're going to learn is you're going to learn about your level of consciousness. Now, the level of consciousness, or the map of consciousness, was invented by a doctor called Dr David Hawkins. Amazing guy. Not only a medical doctor, and a science doctor, but he understood consciousness. That bit that's in the gap, that bit that's keeping us stuck at a 5, he understood this, and he created what's known as the map of consciousness. Now, in this book, Michael Wolff will teach you a little bit about the map of consciousness. Obviously, you could get David Hawkins' book. I've mentioned it before. I'll pop that up on the screen as well. It's called Power versus Force, so you can grab that book as well. And in this book, we're going to learn about ourselves, and we're going to learn how to get our energy to be much more in an upward trend. Now, what Michael Wolff also does is to give personal sessions, and he's offering you a session free of charge so that you can start to work out exactly where you are on the map of consciousness. Now, once you understand the map of consciousness and you can pinpoint exactly where you are right now, you can then do something about it to get your energy in under your control, because most people's energy is like out of control. I often say to people, look, are your emotions in control of you, or are you in control of your emotions? Now, most people know that their emotionality is like completely out of control, and their behaviours are run by that emotionality. So think about it. How many angry people are there out there right now? How many frustrated people? How many worried people? How many anxious people? Well, we start looking at, like, that's where the 96% of people live. And what we're doing is we're not understanding what's creating that or knowing how to resolve that. So that's what Michael Wolff will help you do. So please read his book, read Dr. David Hawkins' book, and then book yourself in for a complimentary session with Michael Wolff, who will pinpoint exactly where you are on the map of consciousness, and then he can go on and assist you to see what you could do to move your energy massively up. Michael knows that if we as individuals, okay, and then we as collective, and particularly like you as an individual, if you could go, right, okay, I want to move my energy up, we know that collectively, if enough people do that, we will move away from the human race driving planet Earth into that wall. So really, that's it from me. I'm going to finish this series of Saving Planet Earth right now. Please do go read Michael Wolff's book, read Dr. David Hawkins' book as well. Please do take some action now, hit the buttons underneath this video and go see what you can do. I'll be back with you on another video, on another series. Thanks for joining in Saving Planet Earth. It's been amazing to do these 10 videos. I trust you've got lots out of watching them, and look forward to helping you on the next series. Bye for now.